How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll High School here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. First time out here this year, the 2016 campaign out at Carroll High School. Beautiful facility here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I want to give a big thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine, who is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. So just seconds away here from the kick of Carroll 2A battle. Carroll hosting the number 15 ranked preseason Canterbury Cavaliers. Canterbury coming off a semi-state loss a year ago to Penn, but do come in 1-1, preseason ranked 15. They have lost 13 seniors from a year ago, including the Lee brothers and Braden West. So they look to rebuild. And Coach Mock, with his team 1-1, will get him clicking on all cylinders. For the host squad, Carroll Chargers, they come in unranked, 0-2, have not put one in the net yet this year. But that is not from a lack of skill. They have plenty up top with A.J. Thomas. But they are a talented squad. It'll only just be minutes before they put the pressure on this Canterbury defense. I can guarantee you that. But for now, we'll take a short break, send you to the PA announcer for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Tonight's game features the Chargers versus Canterbury Cavaliers. Now for the starting lineup for the Cavaliers. Number 18, Justin Baton. Number 1, Kai Caldwell. Number 2, Nick Clark. Number 3, Ian Corbett. Number 20, Jesus Leon Maldonado. 21, Keegan McArdle. 23, Natal Mann. 17, Grant Pastorik. 00, Clayton Perry. 13, Ethan Swanky. 15, Ryan Warman. The Cavaliers are coached by Greg Bolt. Now for your Carroll Chargers. Number 4, Noah Fleming. Number 7 is Jack Ray. Number 8 is Zach Kinder. Number 10, Alex Sanderson. Number 11, Tuba Olchek. Number 14, Colin Schroeder. Number 16, Tyler Carr. Number 18, Daniel Price. 21 is Jake Anderson. 23, Will Mann. And your goalkeeper, Demetrius Godin. Your Chargers are coached by Ronley Clemens. At this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So as we get set for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, this is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine. Jake Atkinson on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play here this evening. 2 40-minute halves will be played here at Carroll Stadium. Starting lineups have been announced, and we were getting set for the opening kick. Just the second broadcast here this year for soccer here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, but we are getting set for an outstanding year. A couple ranked teams in the area preseason. Homestead at 14. East Canterbury Cavaliers are preseason 15th ranked. And the Leo Lions, coming off their first sectional win since 2002, preseason did break the top 20 and are ranked 20th in the state in Class 2A. So let's get set for the kickoff. That's Alex Sanderson and number 4, Noah Fleming, up top to get it started for the Carroll Chargers and Coach Raleigh Clemens. They'll filter back through the back 4 to start and get set up. There's the captain, number 14, Colin Schlatter. There's the talented Jack Rellew. Been covering him for several years here at Carroll High School. Outstanding player on the wing for Coach Clemens. 2 outstanding coaches here today on the sideline of the pitch. Raleigh Clemens for the Carroll Chargers, and head coach Greg Mott, who also runs the Fort Wayne Sports Academy there on the south side of Fort Wayne. 2 highly respected coaches here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and the state. So minute in here. Carroll with the throw in, looking long. Sanderson has tons of strength up front, the senior. That's number 10 in white. Watch for him to use his body shield and turn on the defenders. As number 4, Noah Fleming, tries to break into space. That is what he does. Great speed up top for Noah Fleming. As I mentioned, Carroll has been held scoreless through the 2 first contests of the season, but have played some talent, no question about it, and lost to West Noble 1-0 to start it. And then Elkhart Memorial, who is just ranked outside the top 20 here in the state in Class 2A, did fall to Elkhart Memorial 2-0. Canterbury, they do come in with a win against Lures and then a defeat to the hands of North Central, number 7 ranked in 2A, 5-1. Now they here playing arch rival and the Canterbury Cavaliers, driving across town here to the Carroll Chargers Soccer Stadium. Beautiful pitch out here, well taken care of. Band, as always, playing in the background. They're right now on the football field to our left. They will still be practicing as we leave after this match, as we have a free kick, the first one of the match. They're going to go short. Caudale tried to cross it in, and that one swept out, but not cleared, and finally is now by Sanderson. That was Jacob Olzik, the senior, trying to track it down. Lots of experience on the Carroll Chargers squad. Nice little touch. Here's Rellew. Sanderson has Fleming. Didn't see him down the middle. Decided to go left to Olzik, but Fleming had a step on his defender. And number 15, Ryan Warman for Canterbury. Fleming has some speed and caught the defender just flat-footed, but Sanderson couldn't find him that time. Here comes the pressure from Canterbury. And Mick Clark does have an assist on the year. Their leading goal scorer is Kai Caudale, number 1. Picking up a more role here for Coach Mock in his senior year with the departure of 13 seniors, along with the Lee brothers and Baden West. Good shoulder charge there that time by Clark. Cross it in, headed out. Cleared by Carroll. Good talk here for Canterbury to set up their form. Lazy pass, Anderson picked it off. Here's Fleming. Fleming is going to switch it to Olsik. Olsik chests it down. Ball's in the air. Flick back up. Headed that time by Warman. Carroll looks a little bit crisper here to start the match. Good ball that time. Stolen, dispossessed, Kinder, and the through ball to Olsik, but is offside. And that will get Coach Rowley Clemens out the golf cart. You don't see it often. Not liking that call at all.
Center side, far side. Center and far both wrong.
So we'll have a free kick at the site of the offside. That's Ryan Warman. Second free kick for Canterbury. This one in their defensive end. That one hit the back of his teammate. And Swinty, Ethan Swinty, he's a very crafty player. Good ball control, Swinty. That's number 13 in the blue. That one rolls out. Olsik shields it out. Throw in for Carroll. As the student section's loud and proud over there on the left side. As throw in Olsik just over the head, but went off a Canterbury Cavalier player. Throw in Olsik and the Chargers. Tries to break out Fleming. Warman settles and finds his teammate in Caudill. Caudill looks for the through ball that time. Justin Baden does have a goal on the year. Just a sophomore. You'll see some youngsters out here for Canterbury. 34 minutes remaining here in the first half. 0-0 your score. That ball is just hit wide, out to touch to Canterbury. And number 21, Keegan McCardle with the throw in. Tried to break out Caudill. Nicely defended and cleared out by Demetrios Lee. Talented keeper for Carroll. Been between the pipes for a couple years here at Carroll. Swinty tried to poke it through, and that one's cleared out by Schlatter, one of the captains for Coach Clemens. Relu, that may have just been deflected. Fleming looks to track it down and does shield it down nicely. As they're going to filter it back through the back four, back to Schlatter, and they'll reset. Near side to Relu. Relu tried to touch it on. Good bounce. Sanderson tried to shield, but Canterbury just stronger to the ball, and Ian Corbett. Ian Corbett, another player, getting his opportunity this year. The junior played several minutes last year as a sophomore. As that one rolls to Olsik. Jacob Olsik. He's got one-on-one with Warman and spun down, and foul is called on Carroll. And Jacob Olsik, free kick coming for Canterbury. I'd have to get a replay on that one. Ryan Warman with the free kick. Looked him to go near side. Go straight down the pipe. Look for Caudill. Headed back by Mann, and that flicked out number 18. Baton, who crossed it in, but there's Lee, no help. Great throw in near side to Frank. Daniel Frank looks for some help here. Sees Fleming. Fleming. That's going to be Charger throw in. Relu looks for the quick throw in. Does have Fleming headed out once again by Warman. Relu. Fleming, nice shield, cuts it to the end line, crosses it in, and that will be the first corner of the match. Noah Fleming. Produced that corner all to himself. Olsick right inside the goal area there. Right on the goal line, left-footed in-swinger. Tried to be headed in, ball comes down, out to the top. Right-footed ball, and over the crossbar, looking for their first goal. That was Zachary Kinder. Ball came out to him on the free corner, but just put over the crossbar. We'll stay 0-0. There's Clayton Perry. Played pretty much 98% of their matches a year ago. Started between the pipes, did Clayton Perry, now a sophomore. Has put on a little bit more size. It's a 0-0 in the green kit as they battle on the far side, and finally will be called. That won't be on Olsick. Another foul called on Kuba. It's great talent out here on the pitch and great kids. Kuba Olsick. Saw it just this weekend at a local soccer tournament called the Puma Cup. Was one of our referees there in the 11U girls division. An outstanding job of refereeing. This tells you some of the attitudes of these kids, giving back to the community. Of course, getting the experience as well of being on the pitch and doing what you'd love to do best. Good ball. Tries to get Clark. Clark cannot keep it in, rolls out over the end line. That will be a goal kick. 29 minutes remaining in this first half. We do play 2 40-minute halves. Demetrios Lee, number 25, senior goalkeeper. Outstanding player, tons of talent. Ball comes out near the midfield, headed up, and that's a good call, pushing the back there. Called on Corbett, free kick. That'll be Carroll's first free kick on their defensive side of the field. Schlatter puts it in, top of the box. This is where Carroll needs to keep possession and make Canterbury's defense work and let them chase the ball a bit. Good throw in there to Olsick. Needs some help. Double teamed near the flag and smartly done. Kicked it off a Canterbury player for a quick throw in. But Canterbury does dispossess. Now back to Carroll. Carroll, give and go, tried. It's Anderson, number 21, is Corbett, shows the speed. And they'll filter back through. Schlatter, their captain. There's Mann, William Mann. Missed his player, but there's Sanderson to help. Sanderson double teamed, and that's dispossessed by Canterbury. Corbett in the midfield. Sanderson comes back and does foul Corbett. Free kick coming for Canterbury. .27.5 minutes to go here in the first. Ryan Moorman over the ball. Comes into Swinty. Swinty finds Caudill. Caudill missed his player. And number 20, Jesus Leon Maldonado. Fleming couldn't match up with the give and go that time with Jake Anderson as that rolls out to touch to Canterbury. 0-0 your score, just under 27 minutes to play in the first half. McCardle throw in looking for Baton, and that does roll over the end line for a goal kick. Again, ladies and gentlemen, today's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Rolls out for another throw in for the Chargers. looking to break through with the first goal of the season. This is their third match of this 2016 campaign. That ball gets away and a little heavy on that touch, but given right back. And here's Relu. Relu, crafty on the ball. Filters back to Schlatter. That's captain to captain. Big ball looking for Fleming. Warman heads it. And that's going to be off of Carroll. And Connor Carr, the junior. Throw in near side. Pisterick. Grant Pisterick, senior. Peyton checks out. And that's Sean Smits, who does have one of the 4 goals on the year, checked in for Canterbury up top. Schlatter. Look to break out Frank. Frank does get to it on Warman and then cleared out smartly by Canterbury. That does stay in play. Schlatter has help. He's going to turn it back here towards the sideline. And finally now pressured. Smits, yeah, that rolls out for a Canterbury throw. Corbett. McCardle finds Swinty. Nice touch to Corbett. Corbett. Looks like he had Leon Maldonado there. Chose to go far to Caudill as that comes down to Smits. Swinty. Swinty with a nice move. Needs to put a shot on goal here. Tried to spin and broken away by Relu and now flicked out but not cleared completely. Corbett comes down. Tries to find Smits. Good idea. And good setup by Canterbury. Just couldn't complete that pass in the final third. 24 minutes. We're still 0-0 here at Carroll High School. Rivalry game. Independence out of the 2A conference. Only 2 conferences in the state of Indiana in soccer, and a 1 and 2A. Swinty takes the quick free kick. He's going to try to switch it to Caudill. Caudill, nicely done, tracks it down, keeps it in. And possession still alive. Tried to flick it off a Carroll player and did not work out. Will be a goal kick for Demetrios Lee and the Chargers. Back and forth game. A lot of possession more for the Canterbury Cavaliers. Looking like the squad that will break through first here this evening. As Lee's big foot comes on out and Warman has it back to his teammate, puts it back over the midfield line out to Caudill wide. Nice charge there for Jake Anderson, the junior. As Canterbury comes. Good help there by Carroll, and then breaks the defenders. Nicely done that time by Connor Carr, the junior. Warman stays tough on the back line. Missed, but it worked out. Leon Maldonado back to man now. Swinty gets a toe on it, keeps possession. Caudill, 22:15 left in the first. Smits gives it to Swinty. Back to Smits. Corbett, give and go. Goes wide to Clark. Clark crosses it in with the left and cleared out nicely by number 16 in white. That's Connor Carr. Quick throw in to Corbett. Into the box, headed out. And that'll be a slide tackle, but a foul on Swinty. Free kick coming for Carroll. Man looked for the quick restart. As Demetrios Lee now will come up for the free kick. Big right foot. Low ball that time as Corbett puts it back in the attacking end. Man missed the header as Smits shows the speed. Schlatter Schlatter very comfortable and calm over the ball. Fleming, he can get to that first. He's one of the quicker players in the area. Noah Fleming, number 4. As Kuba Olzig will now check out. In for the Chargers is number 24, Connor Hoot, the senior. Nil-nil your score, 20-34 remaining in the first half. Throw-in coming for the Carroll Chargers. Still looking to get on the offensive board here in this early 2016 season, being held scoreless. They're going to switch it back to Schlatter. Schlatter. There's Relu on the near side, alone with space. Relu stops on a dime. Look to break out Sanderson. Miscommunication on that offensive attack. Corbett now back to Warman. Warman found Leon Maldonado, but picked up by Smits to Corbett. Did a nice little nutmeg on the referee. Back to Corbett. And just mistimed ball. Caudill not ready to make the run. That rolls harmlessly back to Lee. Now to Mann. Under 20 minutes. Relu. Mann. Frank. Sanderson to Mann. Switch it. Far side and through ball. Now to Connor Hoot. Hoot has help. Can he find him? And does, and may have kicked it off the keeper for a corner. He did, strictly on the hustle of Connor Carr. He's had an outstanding first half defensively. That time putting the offensive pressure on the Cavaliers, as number 24, Connor Hoot, the senior, will head for the right-footed in-swinger off the corner. Goes near post and headed out by Clark. Back out to Hoot. Looks to put it back in with the right foot that time. Man-headed. Sanderson looked to flick on as Canterbury looks to maintain possession, cannot. Hoot's going to take a shot, and there's Clayton Perry with the easy save. 18 and a half to go. 0-0 your score. Perry definitely has improved on that long ball from a year ago, as teams were playing him up a year ago as Canterbury progressed in the Class 2A playoffs. I look back to Warsaw High School and semi-state against Penn. The Kingsmen just continually put the pressure on Clayton Perry on the weakness of the goal kicks and free kicks back deep. But that ball was blasted by the sophomore. That comes out to Fleming, who just lost his step. Warman with space. Now goes back. Caudill. Yeah, Maldonado, Swinty. Corbett does get to it. Skied that one. Out to touch for Carroll. In now for Carroll, number 20, Trent Taylor, the junior. And number 18, Justin Baton back in for the Cavaliers as Leon Maldonado checks out. Throw in, looks for Fleming. Fleming handed it. Now looks for Hoot. And cleared out, smartly done by Ryan Warman, the junior. One of Canterbury's strong suits last year was the back four. And of course, the first team All-State center back, Brandon Renninger, who did graduate, as that one does roll out a play for a goal kick. Now a year ago, Coach Mock would have a center back take the goal kicks, but not this year, as Clayton Perry, the sophomore, has improved. As I mentioned, started 98% of the matches for Canterbury, as that ball comes out near midfield, which is what you need, as that may break out Fleming. One-on-one, and cleared out. Good defensive stance there by Keegan McCardle. But you can see the speed of Noah Fleming. Double-digit goals a year ago. Got 2 defenders on him now. Just too short of a ball there. Corbett clears it. Smits does find Caudill. Nice skill by the header. Caudill tried to touch it on to Clark. Warman back to Caudill. Good one touch. Hysteric back to Warman. We'll go to McCardle. Near side. Goes the middle to Corbett. Corbett with Swinty as they play the 2-man game at midfield. Corbett looks to break out Clark. What a good ball. Clark couldn't handle that first bounce. Does keep it in. And I take it back. That is called rolling out of the sideline, out to touch. Carroll and Jack Relue. 14.5 minutes remaining in the first. Taylor may have gotten away with a push in the back, but Canterbury does keep possession. Smits, good help by Jack Relue. And too heavy on that last touch, led to the turnover. They'll know your score, 14 minutes. Fleming does have a nice give and go. Jake Anderson on the break, but there's Warman and clears it out to touch. Ryan Warman and Keegan McCardle having an outstanding first half, closing down the Carroll offensive charge. Schlatter will look to track it down. Back to Lee. Swinty, good first touch to Caudill, who got a toe on it. Man tries to head it out. Cannot as Swinty comes up, but down to Relue. Corbett. Look for Swinty, rolls to Caudill, who tried to flick it to Smits, but there's Demetrios Lee. Scoops it up. Headed to Caudill. Just a bit hard. Carr finds Kinder, near side to Relue. Relue does find him. Taylor, far side, Carr. They'll filter back that time. Jake Anderson playing the left back. Kinder, look for the through ball that time for Hoot. Caudill may have got away with the push there. Looks for help, finds it Ian Corbett. Corbett has Clark, takes it down the center of the pitch. It's a rip, but not enough on that. As a free kick is called, a foul called on the shot, as that will be a free kick. About 25 yards out, straight down the center of the pitch. Let's see who Coach Mock chooses to go with at the 12-minute mark. Corbett with the right, maybe Swinty with the left, as the Carroll Charger wall sets up, and Lee makes sure they're lined up correctly, as that wall's job is to protect the left side of that goal. So Lee only has to focus on the open end, as Corbett will take the right-footed. Nice save by Demetrios Lee. And that's why he started as many games as he has for Coach Clemens. Beautiful save off the free kick, but take a peek at Ian Corbett's right footed swinger there. It's a beautiful looking ball. Did take a above average save to get to that ball, but Demetrios Lee up for the task. 11 minutes here left in the first. Caudill puts it into the box and miss hit by Schlatter. That will roll out for a free kick as Canterbury starts to put the pressure on. Corbett out, as well as Fleming. That's number 18, Justin Bateman, the sophomore, will head to the far flag. Left-footed in-swinger. And Demetrios Lee went up strong. Both hands, grabbed it down. Comes out with the strong throw to the near sideline, but cannot be handled. Rolls out of bounds off of Riley Wilson, the junior. McCardle. Mon. And a foul will be called on Carroll and number 24, Connor Hoot. Foul starting to rack up a bit for the Chargers. 9.5 left in the first. I believe that's Caudill over the ball. Right-footed, comes into the box. Man does head it, but straight up. And then headed out by Schlatter. Better safe than sorry. That was a free ball. Right outside the 6-yard area there. Out for another corner. This will be Caudill. Caudill with the right-footed in-swinger now. Plenty of action inside the box. That's Smith's near post. They go far post and miss hit. McCardle does shield it down on man. Does keep possession. Back now to McCardle from Swinty. Looks for Clark, broken up and cleared. Sanderson can't control. That's a tough hit that time. And that'll be a throw in, no foul called. Yeah. A.J. Thomas went in hard that time. As the referee did call a free kick on that, so another free kick for the Cavaliers. Ryan Warman, 8 minutes to play in the first half. Warman puts it low inside the box. Olsik puts it out the second time, Caudill. And nicely done by Kuba Olsik. Great tackle and still keeps possession. And gets the foul, then a free kick, and then a yellow given, I believe, to Ethan Swinty, so he'll have to come out. Ethan Swinty with the yellow. Coach Mock not happy. Wanting the call previous. As the referee comes over to explain to the coaching staff of Canterbury the reasoning. As Swinty will head out. As Coach Mock, I know immediately is going to talk about the foul he thought previously on his player. But that will not take back the yellow given to Swinty, as he'll have to mandatory come off the pitch. He can be subbed in immediately, though, as the free kick will be handled by William Mann, Jr., center back here for Coach Clemens and the Chargers. Had plenty of work on that back line. Waiting for the referee to get set And blow whistle for play to resume. Here it comes, man. Gonna try to put it in the box, just short. Look for the near side, headed out nicely, but Relju will track it down. Relju hasn't been in the offensive attack too much, as I'm used to seeing. As Carroll now tries to make a break, good help. And a free kick, giving to Canterbury on the push on Trent Taylor. Perry will take that free kick in the box. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first. 0-0. Perry with the boot. Headed directly back in by Kinder. Good header. Sanderson tries to flick it from his defender. Does, but just a bit heavy. Seen him pull all that off a couple times a year ago and score immediately on those. He's a very talented player, strong player. Number 10, Alex Sanderson, a senior. Clayton Perry will take the goal kick. 6 minutes remaining in the first. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, all brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne Area Athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Relju needs some help. Goes to the center of the pitch, and Olzig, nice pass and great ball. Olzig, though, skied it. Miss hit. Warman heads it back into the attack. Kinder settles it down. Olzig, and that was not heavy enough. Clark nearly dispossessed, but Relju came back to help his teammate. Smits now with possession for Canterbury. Looks across it to Caudill and cleared out by Mann. Sanderson tries to track it down. McCardle is going to filter back to Perry. Perry with the big kick. Look for Caudill. Mann may have got away with the push. Pre-header. Relju didn't have anyone there. Swept it away. Clark on the near side has Smits. Looks for him, but there is Schlatter. He baited that ball, but just lost his footing. And no foul on that. Picked up. Kinder battling. And that'll be a foul that time on Kinder. Paul Helmet drawing the foul. Ryan Warman. Clark has Corbett. Center of the pitch. Here's Helmet. Caudill has the left foot, and that's clipped from behind. That will be a foul and another free kick. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Another free kick for Canterbury. One of these are bound to hop through. Cannot keep giving the number 15th ranked in Class 2A chance after chance from set pieces. Kai Caudill, three-man wall. Caudill, right-footed boot, and right at Lee, positioned perfectly. As Lee with the quick throw out, looking for Fitch, and Fitch loose. And that's going to be a yellow on Fitch, went in hard. And he will now have to come off the pitch. Daniel Frank will check in for him, along with Connor Carr. And number 20, Jesus Leon Maldonado checks in for the Cavs, as Caudill will get his first seat.
Apparently you understood each other through sign language. Who's buying beer? I don't know.
3:24 remaining here in the first half. Free kick coming for Canterbury on another foul. That's Warman. Waiting for the referee's whistle. Play resumes. Ball comes into the box. That's a good-looking ball. And headed but missed. One timed. And nice save by Lee as Leon Maldonado found himself all alone on the far post, but could not put it in. Demetrios Lee, the huge save. Keeping the score knotted at 0. Under 3 minutes. Through ball. That stays in play. That is trouble. It does not. Rolls out to touch to Canterbury. McCardle. Big throw in. Way over the head of his teammate, but Mann's there. Nice touch by Mann. Calm and collected there on ball to Olsick. Olsick did get the touch. That should be a foul on Canterbury. If the Carroll offensive player got a touch on the ball, he has the right to his next step. No foul called by the referee, as we'll have a throw in with Canterbury. Leon Maldonado, nearly a minute ago, put one in. And that's going to be called. That's an easy call. You could see the hold from up here on Thomas. A.J. Thomas. That's going to be another free kick for Canterbury with a minute and a half. Corbett will head near the flag for that free kick as we continue to click down. Minute 15 remaining in the first half. All action here on the far bar, on the far post. And Maldonado takes a run to the short. Ball comes in. Luckily, Lee is there. Quick outlet to Carr. That's Riley Wilson. Wilson, 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Definitely possession has been won by Canterbury here in this first half. Has definitely had the most chances, with Lee having to come up on two big saves, one on the free kick and one on that loose play in the box, as we're under 25 seconds. Stays in. Carr. Ball comes down to Leon Maldonado, 15 seconds in the half. Corbett lost the handle, but there's his teammate Warman, near side. Pestrick, Corbett, Leon Maldonado tried to get down to that one. Olsick was there, and that's how we'll end the first half. Knotted 0-0 is your score. 2A battle, number 15 Canterbury and unranked Carroll. We're knotted at 0 here as we go into the break, but this is brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, who's a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Also like to thank Sports Center Inc., who is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. So we'll take a short break here for halftime, catch our break, and we'll join you for the remaining 40 minutes. Welcome back for the second 40 minutes here on the pitch at Carroll Charger Stadium here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as the number 15th ranked in Class 2A, knotted up at zeros with the host squad, the Carroll Chargers. Carroll still looking for that first goal of the season, proving to be ever elusive. But the story of the first half has been the chances for Canterbury and what they've created on the offensive end. And the huge saves from Demetrios Lee came up big on the free kick save on Corbett. And then the loose ball kind of freak play at the goal line. Leon Maldonado tried to one-touch it in, and Demetrios Lee was there again for the save. So that's why we still have zeros on the board. This battle of independence and Class 2A in the state of Indiana. So that's Brayton, and Leon Maldonado will take the kick and start it on the referee's whistle. Was a heated ending towards that first half as we saw a yellow card apiece for both squads. Leon Maldonado tried to break through, but Olsek came up and took the block, but he paid for it as he took one hard. Corbett does get to it, did get ball, and now Olsek is down. Olsek, one of the tougher players you'll see in the area, gets back up and he'll get back into it. Sanderson needs help, finds it in Kuba. Olsek, near side, Connor Hoot. Olsek lost his footing, but somehow got the pass off. Thomas, back to Olsek. Olsek has space. He can put it in. He's crafty. Try to go to the left foot. That does stay in, and attempted clearance is going to be kept in by Thomas. Cross comes in. There's Sanderson with the header off the crossbar. There's Fleming with the rebound. Closed out nicely by McCardle. Saved the rebounded attempt by Noah Fleming. But that was a beautiful ball played in by Connor Hoot to start this second half. Sanderson just put it off the crossbar. But the first real opportunity for Coach Clemens and the Carroll Chargers here this evening on the pitch here at home. Ball's going to stay in, track down, and kept in. They'll filter back through Perry. Sophomore keeper out to Corbett, has Swinty. Leon Maldonado, misstep. Man will track it down and switch the pitch to the far side. Daniel Frank. Frank tried to play it off a Cavalier and did. That was off Mick Clark. Rellu now will take the throw. Just under 38 minutes remaining in the contest. Corbett, header. McCardle there. Taps to Swinty. Good pressure by Olsek. That caused the turnover. Good ball once again. Olsek tried to get it through to Fleming. Perry's there. Came off his line and did get that loose ball. In the penalty area. Nicely done by Perry to come off that line, but Carroll showing some life. Good ball that time to Fleming. Fleming cuts it back to the right foot. One touch, it just heavy, still keeps possession. Swinty was there, Sanderson, and cleared out by Swinty. Nice play by the Cavalier defense, bending, not breaking, as they clear it out, but Carroll does maintain possession. I believe Connor Carr was offside. That's why he came back instead of going after the ball. Throw in, out to touch to the Chargers in Rellu. So the left side of the pitch on the offense for Carroll has been outstanding, as that's where they need to come now, as A.J. Thomas is wide open on the near side over here, as Lee will come to man. And just too slow switching the pitch, as man will go middle. Couldn't find Fleming. Picked off by Caudill. Looked for Clark. Kuba, Olsek. That was Carr. Sanderson, too strong that time. Fleming, watch the speed here. He could break away 1v1. Here comes Warman to help. He goes wide. Good cutback, left-footed shot, and no good. Just over the top of that left 90. Daniel Frank showing the left-footed finesse. Couldn't put it in, but another good offensive attack for Carroll. Perry with the ball, still about 15 yards short of the half-field line. Comes down to Brayton, double teamed and dispossessed. That was Connor Carr, who just wanted to get to that ball. As that comes back harmlessly to Perry. 35 minutes remaining in the match. Ball comes out, Corbett heads it up. Misplayed, Caudill tries to bring it down and does. They start the attack. Leon Maldonado has Brayton. Brayton cuts it back in, takes with the left-footed shot. There's Demetrius Lee with another save. Man does clear it out, but will be cleared out for a corner. First corner of the half for Canterbury. 34-30 remaining in the half. As that will be Corbett, heads to the far flag for that right-footed in-swinger. Watch for Leon Maldonado to beeline towards that front post. He doesn't. That time Brayton did. Just over the top. Schlatter there, one-timed in. Caudill, loose ball, flicked up. Kind of a falling bicycle kick attempt by Clark. But we'll come out near side here to Connor Hoot. Looks for Sanderson. There's McCardle. Tries to shield Sanderson. That does go off. And the foul called on Carroll and Sanderson. That's a tough call. Tough call on Alex Sanderson, but that will be a free kick for Carroll, 33-30. Swinty heads it on. Leon Maldonado tried to flick it. Man, Olsick, he'll flip it back through Schlatter. Schlatter. Great ball that time to Connor Hoot, who's open. McCardle comes out to close. Finds Fleming, and just too heavy. And it cleared out to touch. 0-0 your score, just under 33 minutes. There's Olsick. Thomas. Thomas is going to go to the center of the pitch with Carr. Far side, Relue. Relue is going to put it in the box, looking for Fleming. Great ball. Fleming with the header, and just off the post. Sanderson was there, sliding tackle by Canterbury to break it up, but another one off the crossbar for the Carroll Chargers. That time Fleming. Tough break for the Chargers, as that was a beautiful ball played in to Fleming, and Fleming thought he was going to chest it down and maybe corral it a bit, take his time, and set it to go with the header, as that ball was swung and missed on. Sanderson can't get to it, as that will go out for a corner. So the missed kick there leads to the corner for Carroll. Left-footed in-swinger comes in near post, headed out by Clark. And watch them to break out Brayton here. Relue back, 1v1. And Relue smartly clears it out.
Clayton, you need to be aware of these long clearances. That one a couple times ago off a corner, you got to be, well off your line to pounce on those.
And miss hit, as that ball came nicely at the top of the penalty area.
but couldn't be controlled by Leon Maldonado. Carroll with possession as Lee goes the long ball. Headed by McCardle, looks for Corbett. Loose ball, A.J. Thomas. Been more of the defensive role here this match.
Look at me, I'm outside wide open. No, I'm outside.
AJ, look for him. Look wide.
Perry.
Here, boys.
Olsick back to man.
Come on, it's out.
Just not heavy enough. As there was Mon. Number 23, Nyantan Mon. Bit of a limp now on that slide tackle. A.J. Thomas, he's got speed. Through ball, beautiful to Hoot. Hoot looks for the cross, that's Fleming. As that one is cleared out for the throw. Thomas heads down towards the flag for that throw. Olsick, and just hopped over the foot. Comes out, man put pressure on Caudill, chests it down, and tries to shield Fleming, but Fleming does get possession. Nicely done. Schlatter. Carr. A handball on Canterbury. Free kick for Carroll. As the referee changes, handball was on Carroll, or excuse me, on Canterbury. Schlatter. Under 29 minutes remaining in the match, 0-0. Clayton Perry. As Smits is going to check in. Kai Caudill out for Coach Mock and the Cavs.
Will, you got a new guy coming inside.
They're going to put Smits there at the top of that three-man attack and bring Brayton here to the right wing. Connor Hoot heads it up. And it's going to be foul called on Carroll. Warman takes a quick free kick. Swinty alone at the center. Finds Corbett. Wide to Brayton. Brayton has Smits. Can he find him? Goes wide on the cross. That will be a goal kick for Demetrius Lee. William Mann. Switch it. Schlatter. Tried to break out Sanderson, cleared out by Warman. Quick throw in. Carroll Sanderson has Fleming, the center of the penalty area. Tried to nutmeg on Warman. Warman was up for the task. That time did get through. Sanderson flicks it on to Fleming, and Fleming missed it, but there he is, goal! Number 16 for Carroll finally gets them on the board for the season. The junior, Connor Carr, the first goal of the match and the season for the Chargers. Just a matter of time as Carroll has put the pressure on since the opening outset of the second half. Connor Carr with the goal. That was set up from Sanderson, taking on two defenders, breaking through, put it towards the center, came out nicely for Connor Carr, who with the right foot slotted it just offside the left reach of the keeper, Clayton Perry. Here's Brayton, crosses it in. There's Schlatter, 26-40. Game has a whole different momentum now. Hoot. Look for Sanderson. And there's Perry, 26 and a half. 1-0. Carroll on top. Over the 15th ranked Canterbury Cavaliers. Thomas tried to put it back in. Comes down now to Corbett. Corbett. That's a good ball. Lee comes off the line. He doesn't take any chances, just pops it out. Leon Maldonado. Try to cut it on Relu. Does keep possession, finds Clark. Clark and Relu battling. And out to touch. To Canterbury. As the referee gave the wrong signal there. Relu tried to shield his attacker and did, out for a goal kick. Smart defense for Relu. Zachary Kinder checks in for Carroll. Out is Connor Hoot. Demetrius Lee with the goal kick. Low kick. Comes out to Olsick. Olsick wants to filter back through the back line. Man, tried to get it through, but went off Brayton. Out to touch. That must have did hit A.J. Thomas here on the near side, because it is a throw-in. That's number 11, Ryan Drowan, Jr. Checks in. Did play the JV game as well previous to this. Out to touch now. Kinder. And double team. Out to touch to Canterbury. Schlatter. Canterbury wanted a handball call. Didn't get it. Sanderson breaking away. Has Fleming. Fleming. Can he get it? No. And just with the missed touch, thanks to the pressure coming back, the number 17, Grant Pisteric. Perry out to midfield. Fleming on a break. Has Warman on his backside. Has a step. Fleming can't beat the keeper, and Perry. Perry with the big save. Well, that would have been 2-0. Relu, slide tackle, no call. Here comes Canterbury. Swinty knees it out into the attack. Can't get it to Smits. Whatever it takes. Well, throw in, coming for Carroll. Kai Caudill getting ready to check back in for Coach Mock and the Cavs. Down 1-0. 23 minutes remaining in the match. Relu. Throw in, looks for Fleming. They had Olsick on a break, but couldn't break it through. Swinty. Demetrios Lee will come off his line and get that one. Easy play for Lee. This will burn some clock in the penalty area. .22.5 minutes remaining. Big kick by Lee. Clark for Canterbury just rolled through the legs. There's Schlatter. Off Clark. Rolls to McCardle. Swinty. Corbett. McCardle. Warman. Ball out to touch to Carroll. Up 1-0. 22 minutes remaining in the match. Goal came at the 27-minute mark by Connor Carr, the junior. First goal of the season for the Chargers, coming against their rival. These number 15th ranked Canterbury Cavaliers. Caudill now finally checks in as well. Trent Taylor for Carroll. Noah Fleming will come out to get a rest before the final push of the match. Throw in Carroll. Looks for Taylor. Taylor has Warman on him. Flicked it off Warman. Will be out to touch. Daniel Frank looks to throw it in. Throw into the box. Comes down to Frank. Good ball. Sets it up to the top point. The goal scorer, Connor Carr. Big kick by Olsik, the left foot. And just a bit high. But the pressure continually being put on by the Carroll Chargers. Offensive attack. Really clicking on all cylinders with 21 minutes remaining. Back on it here. Frank has Taylor. Try to go up top to Carr that time again. Here's Leon Maldonado. Smits. Brayton. Good closeout by Schlatter. And then shielded Smits from the free ball. Filter back to Lee. And they'll reset it here. Demetrios Lee. That big boot. AJ Thomas finds Olsik. Olsik looks for the through ball. That's a good ball. Taylor, that first touch, betrayed him a bit. Went wide, broke up the attack. I think Thomas was looking for Sanderson, couldn't get it to him. Man, good flick over Brayton, and great ball, but is offside. Good look that time by Mann. Tried the through ball to Taylor, but Taylor called offsides. 1-0, under 20 minutes remaining in the match.
AJ, take your time if you have time. AJ, how you feeling?
Warman. Smits may have got a piece. Clark leaves it to Caudill. Look for Smits, too heavy. Comes down to Carr. Carr showing the speed, and that was on. Good call. Taylor, 1v1, and a little shove in the back. Not called. Cross comes in, but there's Perry. Kinder was there for Carroll. If Perry did not come up with that cross, as Kinder had a step on his defender and would have punched it easily for that 2-goal cushion. Mann tries to head it in space to Kinder. Nicely done. Thomas, good ball to Olsik. Olsik, he can cross it with the left foot over here. Chooses to go towards the center. Right-footed cross. And I believe he was looking for Sanderson to keep that run towards the far post. Stop the run. Great move by Relyu. Relyu will take the right-footed shot. Easy save for Clayton Perry. 18 minutes to go in the match. 1-0.
Come on.
McCardle. Corbett. Too far for Leon Maldonado. Schlotter's there. Will play it to his teammate. And Frank. Frank closed out by Clark. But Taylor has come on and with the fresh legs has put pressure. Cuts it back towards the center. Tried to leave it for Sanderson. Corbett helped. Olsik, Sanderson, right-footed shot, blocked by Corbett. Carr, lone goal scorer on today. Tries to break out. Frank, beautiful ball played. Now Olsik, nice movement without the ball, cuts it to the left foot and goes down. No call, smart. Ball comes in and not in offside position with the left-footed flick will go out for a goal kick. Swinty checking back in along with number 23, Niantao Mang. Clayton Perry with the free, with the goal kick. Headed right back in by Kinder. Taylor's going to try and track it down. Fresh legs for Mon, though, as Taylor does get to it first. Try to find Kinder, but here's Thomas. Thomas, left-footed cross. Tried to find Sanderson. There was McCardle. Comes down to Olsick. Olsick. Swinty. Nice defensive play on Olsick. And ball comes out near us for a throw-in to Carroll. Connor Hoot checks back in, the senior. For number 18, Daniel Frank, the junior. A.J. Thomas looks to throw in. Thomas. Look for Taylor. McCardle. Swinty flicked it on, but there is Carr. Carr. Nice piece of work. Connor Carr. Sanderson may be a bit too heavy. Just a bit too heavy for Kinder, but a good idea for Carroll as their offensive attack has been very pleasing to the eyes here in the second half. Canterbury with all the chances in the first could not break through, and that was mainly due to the outstanding goalkeeping by Demetrios Lee. Came up with 2 huge saves and a couple others. Comes out to Connor with the right-footed shot. "15 minutes remaining in the match. Carroll High School, Charger Stadium. This is SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tomorrow night, I'll be at Snyder High School as the Carroll Lady Chargers will take on the home Snyder Lady Panthers. Girls varsity volleyball. That is tomorrow at Snyder High School. Thursday night, we'll be at Canterbury High School for a girls soccer varsity matchup between these 2 schools, as the Lady Chargers will head to Canterbury to take on the Lady Cavaliers. Of course, the Lady Cavs from Canterbury, back-to-back 1A state champs. Foul called on Swinty. Free kick coming for Carroll. William Mann. Sanderson. Hoots all alone to the near side. Swinty. Look for Smits. Tracked down by Schlatter. Good footwork by Schlatter as he clears. 13.5. Jack Relu finds Olsig. Olsig near side. Finally to Connor Hoot. Dispossessed by Kai Caudill. Caudill. Nutmeg on Hoot, but there was Thomas. Carr. Look for Hoot. And that will roll out the touch to Carroll. Excuse me, to Canterbury. Off Canterbury. A.J. Thomas battles with Smits. Nice ball to Olsick. Olsick, good flick and touch to Hoot. Hoot has Taylor, goes to Olsick short. Olsick look for the cross and knocked out nicely by Canterbury at number 16. Connor Hoot for the right-footed in-swinger. Corner kick. 12 minutes remaining. Right-footed in-swinger. Good ball. Perry has to parry it out, and the one-time is missed by Fleming. Goal kick coming for Canterbury. 12 minutes remaining in the match. Carroll on top of the number 15 ranked Canterbury Cavaliers. Olsick. Hoot has tons of space nearly all the time on this left wing. Tried to flick it to Kinder. Came down, Relu now on Clark. And I believe a handball was called on Canterbury. It was by the line judge. So free kick coming for Carroll. 11 minutes remaining in the contest. Jack Relu will take it. Right-footed free kick. Big ball comes in. Tried to find Hoot. Hoot couldn't elevate, as that will roll out for another corner. Hoot with another corner for Carroll. Right-footed in-swinger again. This one comes near post. Clark off of his leg, out for another corner. Carroll up 1-0. 10 minutes remaining in the match. Hoot again. The right-footed free kick. Same ball as the one previous. Flicked it on, nearly in. Nice ball. Kinder just went with the right toe poke and couldn't find the net, but another good attack for Carroll. Goal kick coming for the Cavs. Corbett tries to flick it on, does find a teammate in Leon Maldonado, near side to Caudill. Good break up by Thomas. Throw into Smits. Little collision, no call. Schlotter's there on defense to shield. And clears it out to touch to Canterbury. Caudill, quick throw in to Leon Maldonado. Had Corbett. Goes with the right foot, and that will bounce into the hands of the keeper, Demetrios Lee. Canterbury's going to have to come up with something special to beat Lee. He is definitely on his game here this evening, early in the season. Carroll High School. Caudill. And they're going to call a foul on A.J. Thomas. Caudill went to the ground there. As Warman will head over to take the free kick. 5 right at the edge of the box for Canterbury. Warman look for Corbett. Far side to Clark. He's onside. 1v1 on Relu. Relu does clear it out to touch. And that is off of Canterbury. And sub will come in now for Carroll. Alex Anderson, senior, heads in and will replace number 8, Zachary Kinder, the junior. Under 7 minutes remaining. 1-0 Carroll on top. Now roll out to touch for the Cavaliers. McCardle, he'll filter back to Perry. Mishit that a bit. Olsick tries to head it back into the attack. Carr. Once again, Connor Hoot calling for the ball on this left wing. Left wide open many times. Sanderson, nice ball, but broken up. Headed back to Fleming. Fleming, one touched. Taylor trying to corral it. Comes down to Fleming. Warman, but there is Carroll and Carr Thomas, Hoot,
Colin. Tell Kuba and Connor you're ahead.
Who?
Be smart.
back to Thomas. 6.5 minutes remaining in the match. Thomas with the left-footed cross, trying to find Fleming, broken up by McCardle. Swinty tries to start the attack. Being chased by Hoot. Tried to find Smits and couldn't find him. Just not crisp with the passing here in the second 40 minutes as they were in the first. Down by 1 goal with 6 minutes remaining in the match. This is dangerous here for Taylor. Sanderson's on, has Fleming with him. Down the center of the pitch. Sanderson's gonna look for Fleming. Broken up, nicely done. Swept out to Corbett, who clears. Smits with the good hustle, but man is there to put it back in the attack. Hoot was not offside. Corbett. Trying to find Smits. There's William Mann, and he'll head it out to touch to Canterbury. 5:20 remaining in the match here. Liam Maldonado. Smits. Smits. Tried to get it through to Clark. Couldn't. Relly was there. Liam Maldonado. Near side, Caudill all alone with tons of space. Thomas closes out. Cross comes in. Smits couldn't put it in. Cleared out by Carroll. Sanderson is going to hold the ball up and let the offense get some momentum. And mispassed by Carr, got away with it, but then will be played out to touch. And I believe that's Kai Caudill down. He is down. Clock is stopped at 4:41 remaining in the match. No foul call. That is a throw-in on the near side here for Canterbury, as Caudill will limp off his own power, which is always a good sign. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be notified of all of our full game video and highlight clips as they are posted. Jake Atkinson on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson calling you play-by-play here this evening. Been an outstanding game here at Charger Stadium at Carroll High School, as Jake Anderson checks back in for Carroll. It's like Zach Kinder shaking up.
Clayton, you might want to you need to play a little bit more aggressive line because of our back situation. You need to be making sure you're cutting these through balls off.
Olsig
right?
will check
Play
in
up a little more.
for the injured Kinder. Carroll with the throw in, awaiting the referee's whistle. 4:18 remaining in the match. Big throw by Schlatter, out to Fleming. Fleming, if he breaks it out, he can go the distance. He is quick. Kept it in bounds somehow. Somersault. Somehow Noah Fleming kept that ball in bounds. Somersault came up with the ball in between his legs and continued the attack. Could not do that if he tried. Nicely done by Noah Fleming. Done a little bit of everything here. Plenty of space. Plenty of space on this near side for Anderson. Chose to go towards the center. And that was dispossessed by Canterbury. 3.5 minutes remaining in the match. Canterbury down by 1 to unranked Chargers. First goal of the season coming this evening at the 27-minute mark of the second half. Nice flick by Sanderson with the back heel. Good attempt at the through ball on the switch from Taylor. Corbett under 3 minutes. Relu does head it. Swinty. Relu there. Needs to clear it. Closed down by Clark and then does clear. Sanderson tries to track it down. Knocked out to touch. 2.5 minutes remaining. Carroll on top, 1-0 over Canterbury. Relu with the throw. Sanderson, that back flick again. Classy move on that far side. Two minutes. Cross comes in, may have deflected off a Cavalier. It did. That will be a corner kick for Carroll. 1:55 remaining in the match, up 1-0. They put this in the net. You can all but say goodnight as they look for short corner to Sanderson. Relu with the right-footed outswinger, headed by Taylor. Nobody on the far post, swept out, but not clearly by Leon Maldonado, as Carroll will let it roll out to touch, minute 24.
Jack, rotate back out. Rotate back, Jack.
A.J. Thomas.
Connor, get Will back. Connor, get Kuba back.
Into Fleming as he'll try to hold it down in the corner.
Kuba.
Clears it and then tried to cross it in. But there's Perry with the big boot. That went out over the midfield line. Carr heads it back in. Down to Taylor. Taylor chest down, but there's Corbett to knock it on. There to help was Carr. Taylor. Sanderson. He's offside. Couldn't have been by much. Alex Sanderson. As we have the time stopped by the referee at 45 seconds. And a yellow card given to Sanderson. Not sure what it was for. So Sanderson called for the yellow card, believe on the touch after the whistle, kicked the ball away from the offensive team, which is a delay. And referee stopped the clock. Now will be put back in with 45 seconds. Schlatter headed. Ball still down and just far wide. Lee was there. I don't think he would have had trouble as the time is running out here at Charger Stadium for the Canterbury Cavaliers. They will move to 1 and 2. Carroll comes up big against their rival. Breaks through not only in the goal column with their first goal of the season, but also the first win of the season. And it comes at the hands of their rival, Canterbury. Fleming all alone at the end line, keeps it in. 2 seconds remaining, cross comes in, and that's cleared out. But that will do it. Huge, huge win for the Carroll Chargers and Coach Riley Clemens. Off finally to a good start and something to build on, as I know Coach Mock will head right back to the drawing board as soon as he gets back to the office and work on the corrections for his Cavalier squad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's broadcast was brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, who's a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered.
That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Well, for Jake Atkinson, I'm Tim Atkinson. What a lovely night here on a Tuesday in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We'll sign off for now till our next one. Enjoy the high school sports around the area.